Friday because it was the last day of 2020 and the first day of 2021. That's why. Okay. So, all right, guys, let's continue. Today, we will study chapter 6. The chapter 5 was about simultaneous linear equations. So this Pythagorean theorem, Musa, Defna, it's very easy, right? I think you studied it before. I don't know. It's just a relationship between the sides of a right angle triangle, right? What is it? Even memorizing so easy. A squared plus b squared equals c squared, right? That's it.
Yeah.
That's very simple, but you will see that it has a lot of applications in many, even advanced math. They will use this idea to calculate a lot of stuff.
Wasn't that the one that Einstein found?
Say again?
No, that wasn't. It doesn't matter. So, okay, never mind.
Yeah, if you want to say something, just say it, or you change your mind so quickly.
No, teacher. I was going to say, was it the one that Einstein found, and I remembered it?
No. Einstein found this energy equation.
Yes.
E is equal to
E equals
mc
to
squared. And just some people make a joke because also here Pythagorean theorem says that this a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. And just
we're just using that at school, teacher.
Yeah, sometimes actually there's a joke, maybe that's why you confused. Here the Pythagore and also this Einstein standing each other, and they were just actually arguing on this. Einstein says that the c squared is mine, okay? But Pythagore says that the c squared is mine. And that's why sometimes people get confused between this. There's some jokes like this. Anyway, one is energy equation, and second one is just the relationship between the sides of a triangle. Anyway, you will see that that's very easy, very simple, but it's used a lot. And that's why it's also a very short chapter. In 1 hour, I think we will finish this. What are we going to study here? Number one, Pythagorean theorem. What is it? And after that, how to find the length of a side of a right angle triangles using Pythagorean theorem, and how to solve problems involving Pythagorean theorem. Anyway, here we are just going to once again get familiar with this idea, with this concept, and how do we use this method, this technique to solve problems. But these are very simple questions. So let's just start with this question example. ABC is a triangle where ABC equals 90 degrees, AB equals 5 centimeters, and BC equals 12 centimeters. Find the length of AC. So before we continue, actually Pythagorean theorem says that if we are given any right angle triangle, that is right angle triangle. So that is a right angle, right? So let's say this side is equal to A, the length of this side is B, and the longest side, which is faced by the right angle, is C. And it says that the sum of the squares of the shorter sides, that's A squared plus B squared, is always equal to C squared. And there are a lot of different proofs, but here we're just going to use this to solve the problems. That is called Pythagorean theorem. It's a theorem, and that's why theorem requires proof. There are a lot of proofs. So let's just solve this question, and maybe about the proof we'll talk later. So in this question, it says that ABC is 90 degrees. That means that angle B is 90 degrees. So let me just draw this quickly. So this one is 90 degrees, and this one is angle B. AB equals 5. Let's say this one is A, so this one is 5. And this will be C, of course. And BC is equal to 12. Find the length of AC. So what is AC? Let's say it is X. Since it's a right angle triangle, okay. Since it's a right angle triangle, right, we just use Pythagorean theorem here, that X squared is equal to 5 squared plus 12 squared, which is equal to 25 plus 144, that's equal to 169. So from here, what is X? X equals square root of 169, which is equal to 13. So actually, if you just actually constructing a triangle, if one side is 5, another side is 12, so the third side should be 13 centimeters. And how do we use this in engineering? For example, every time we cannot just take the measuring tape and measure this, right? And a lot of times we have to just calculate this on paper. Instead, we have two things is given. Let's say one thing is AB. I'm going to put some kind of, what is it, pillar here. And also we know the distance here. The question is, I want to connect this A to C. And what must be the length of this beam, for example, right? At the time, we should just calculate this. And after that, accordingly, we'll just prepare our beam and connect the points A and C. Another example is the triangle whose sides are 15 and 36 and 39 centimeters, a right angle triangle. To do this one, actually, we should show that shorter sides, right? That is 15 and 16. Actually, the squares of the shorter size, is it equal to 39 square or not? If yes, that means that it is a right angle triangle. If not, then it is not a right angle triangle. Because the theorem says that if a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared, then this ABC must be the size of a right angle triangle. That means that if actually it is a right angle triangle and the size must hold this, what is it, property, that is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's a kind of two-way implication. If a equals true, b must be true. Then if b is true, a must be true. All right, so how do we know that? Actually, to verify this, let's just find the squares. 15 squared is equal to 2 to 5. 36 squared is equal to, what is 36 squared? It is 1,296. 1,296. And how about 39 squared? 39 squared is equal to, what is that? 39 squared is 1,521. 1,521. So if we add these two numbers, that's equal to 1,296 plus 225. 225, that's equal to 1,521. So that means that these are the answer is yes. Actually, those numbers are the size of a right angle triangle, or can be the size of a triangle. Okay. In a simpler way, these are the big numbers. Also, actually, it's 15 is 3 times 5, 16, 36 is 3 times 12, and this one is 3 times 13. That's another way, because we know that 5 squared plus 12 squared, that's equal to 13 squared. And what is 15? 15 is 3 times 5 squared. And 36 is 3 times 12 squared. And 39 is 3 times 13 squared. And that's why 3 squared, 3 squared, 3 squared. If you just cancel out this, 5 squared plus 12 squared is equal to 13 squared. That is the shorter way of answering this question. Okay, I wish if you have a drawing tablet, I would ask you to do this very quickly, but unfortunately, we don't have this. So I will explain,
Teacher,
I will continue
I
explaining this. Yes, Musa.
uh uh we bought a like drawing pencil like for iPad, but I should connect with my iPad like with mm, it was program that connect your device to computer. I don't know this name. His name.
Musa, you should try this, but still, if you don't practice writing on the screen, sometimes when I'm teaching, I ask students and they write so slowly. And if you are alone, I can wait. But if you have 2, 3 students, it's a little bit hard. It's okay, no problem. Here, let me
Okay.
talk. You listen and watch, okay? If you have questions, we'll discuss together. So I will write for you.
Okay.
Before we continue, I have one question. Musa, Daphne, Leila, welcome. But you have to answer the question in 2 minutes, maybe in 1 minute. 2021, right? 2021 and the 1st of January. 1st of January. What day was it? It is Friday, right? It's Friday. Okay. The question is 2025. 1st of January will fall on which day? You have 2 minutes to answer this question. Okay, time starts now.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yes. Like it's
Teacher, I
something
found
like
it.
in Sasmo.
Daphne, what's your answer?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Musa, your answer?
I say Tuesday.
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 Leila, do you have any answer? Leila, did you understand the question?
No.
We just celebrated the first actual welcome, the first day of 2021, right? It was last Friday. So 2021, the 1st January, right? The 1st of January. It is Friday. The question is, what day will it be? The first day of 2025. Okay, Daphne is saying that Wednesday. And Musa, Tuesday. Yes, Daphne, why is it Wednesday? Explain your answer. I mean, solution.
Teacher, I firstly looked at like like how many days will it take this February? Because February is shorter than other months. And then it's sort of like there's 6 hours for every single day, and after 4 years there will be another day more. So then I just like moved it 3 days and then added one more day. Then like there
You
you
move
have
4
4
days,
days.
right? 4 days, is it?
Yes.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, a plus 1.
The reason
Okay.
is like a day for every year, and then another day because then in every 4 years we have an extra day.
Okay, very good.
There it goes.
Yeah, actually, this kind of question is a tricky question because between 21 and 25, right, there's a leap year. The 2024, it's a leap year. Because we know that usually if it's not a leap year, in 1 year, how many days we have? We have 365 days. That's equal to 7 times, because we know that in 1 year we have 52 weeks, and always here we have the remainder is 1. So if the 1st of January is this year Friday, next year it will be Saturday, next year it will be Sunday. If next year is, I mean, this year, the current year is not a leap year. So anyway, here between 21 and 25, there is 1 leap year. And that's why here 4 plus 5, we have to add 5, right? So the first day of 2025 will be Wednesday. That's the correct answer. Okay, Musa, because 2024 is a leap year. In leap year, we have 366 days.
Yes. I didn't think about this.
It's not that, teacher, but it's just that we could live like 6 hours more. But instead of doing that, we just basically been like live one more year in that year.
Yeah, that's also right. But usually every 4 year, right, is called leap year. So in February we have 29 days, right? So we cannot add every year
Sure.
60.
Isn't that like the year where the Olympiads always happened? Like in the leap years, something like that.
Olympias, I don't know. But World Football League, it is not in leap year.
I know that like the Olympiads always happen once in a 4 year, but I don't know exactly when.
Yeah, and also World Football Cup, right? Also once in 4 years. But it's not on leap years because 1998, 2002, 2006, 2010, 14, 18. So next World Cup will be 2022.
Did you counted all of them?
Huh?
Did you
Yeah,
watch
because
all of them, teacher? All those years?
I don't watch. I only watch like quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, not all the matches.
Well, I have no interest in football whatsoever.
Yeah. I like watching tennis and UFC. My favorite is Habib's actual fights. I want to watch. As some guys, I like their fighting skill. That's why I watch them, and also tennis. Okay, guys, let's continue then. Maybe after we finish this chapter, we will do some revision. We are going to solve questions from SASMO, starting from grade 6, 7, and 8. So another question, applications of Pythagorean theorem. How high up the wall is a 10-meter ladder if its foot is 2 meters from the wall? How high up the wall is a 10-meter ladder? What is it? Is it a correct answer question? How high up the wall is a 10-meter ladder if its foot is 2 meters from the wall? That means that how high can a 10-meter ladder reach, right? If its foot is 2 meters from the wall. Anyway, we are talking about a 10-meter ladder. This is the ground, and that is our wall. Let's say this is a kind of wall, and we are just putting our ladder here. Okay, so this is our ladder. Anyway, the foot of the ladder is, how far is it from the wall? That is 2 meters. And the length of the ladder is 10 meters, right? So the question is, how high can we reach? That's also a very problem that we encounter in our daily life situations. You have a ladder, and if you just put the foot of the ladder 2 meters away from the wall, how high can you reach? So from here, let's say how high can we reach? That's h. So as see here, it forms a right angle triangle. So we can use Pythagorean theorem to answer this question. From here, 2 squared plus h squared, that's equal to 10 squared. So h squared is equal to 100 minus 4. That's equal to 96. What is h? It is square root of 96. So if you just calculate this, approximately, let's say correct to one decimal place, 96 is equal to 9 point, what is it, 8 or 79. It's 8 actually, 9.8 meters. So we can reach 9 meters high. Okay, good. Is it the last question? Okay, 3 questions left. Each side of a square field ABCD is 50 meters long. Find the length of the diagonal of the field. These are very, very easy questions, but sometimes in application we cannot see them. Okay, we are talking about a square field that is ABCD, A, B, C, and D. All sides are equal. And it says it is 50 meters. 50 meters. Right? So find the length of the diagonal of the field. So what is the length of the diagonal of this field? So again, it forms a right angle triangle. Let's say is equal to y. So from here, also this side is 50. It forms a right angle triangle. So here we have 50 squared plus 50 squared. That's equal to y squared. From here we have 2 times 50 squared. That's equal to y squared. What is y? Y equals square root of 2 times 50 squared. Square root of 50 squared is 50. So that is 50 times square root of 2. Exactly. So I've now approximately corrected 2 decimal places. That's a 50 times square root of 2. That's equal to approximately, that's equal to 70.71 meters. So the diagonal is 70.71 meters. Okay. The last example. So the diagonal of a rectangular field ABCD is x plus 9 meters and the sides are x plus 7 meters and x meters. The diagonal of rectangular field ABCD is x plus 9 and the sides are x plus 7 and x. Okay, we are talking about some kind of rectangular field. That is our rectangular field. And the diagonal, it says it is x plus 9. So here the diagonal is x plus 9. And the sides are x plus 7 and x meters. So this side is x plus 7 meters, and this side is x meters. So again, as you see, it's a rectangle. That means that all interior angles are 90 degrees or right angles. That means that this diagonal and these two sides form a right angle triangle. That means we can use the Pythagorean theorem to answer this question. So it says the sum of the square of the shorter side, that's x squared plus x plus 7 squared, is equal to x plus 9 squared, right? So we just have quadratic equation. We know how to solve this. First, we have to expand and simplify this. X squared plus x squared plus 2 times x times 7. That's equal to 14x. 7 squared, that is 49. On the right-hand side, we have x squared, 2 times x times 9, that is 18x, and 9 squared, that is 81. So immediately it's like two ends of a scale, right? These are the same things, so we can just cancel them out because we can subtract x squared from both sides. And after that, we can simplify this. Here we have x squared and take 18x to the left-hand side, 14x minus 18x, that is minus 4x, and 49 minus 81, that is 32. It is minus 32. That's equal to 0. I think we can factorize this. 32 is negative 8 times 4, and negative 4 is negative 8 plus 4. So here we have x minus 8, and the x plus 4 is equal to 0. So from here, x equals 8 or x equals negative 4. So we cannot use this negative number to measure the length, so that is rejected. So the answer is, what is the question? Find the value of x. So dot, 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 x is equal to 8. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, education is not preparation for life. Education is life itself. That's also a very interesting quote that I like. Sometimes I ask to myself a lot, I'm learning, what am I going to achieve? So now I'm convinced that I'm teaching you. Now I'm teaching at university, I'm teaching my kids, and I'm also learning, right? Actually, I'm not learning to achieve something. Of course, we can achieve something, but that is our lifestyle. We learn something, we play something, we eat something, we spend time with our friends, right? That's also learning must be a part of our life, not to achieve something, how to spend our life more fruitfully. Anyway, Defna, Musa, Leila, now I am going to ask you some questions. You're going to solve for time, okay, and discuss, and after that we will finish our class. So that's all about Pythagorean theorem, also chapter 6. In next chapter, we will talk about surface area and volume, or volume and the surface area. If you have a piece of paper, it's good. If not, you can keep a piece of paper or notebook and pen. So we are going to solve other questions with you together. Okay. Defne, Musa, Leila, are you ready?
What?
Guys, let's have break, okay,
I don't know, teacher.
for 3 minutes. 3 minute break. Let me drink something. After 3 minutes, we will continue. We are going to practice a few more
Okay.
questions and finish the class. 3 minute break. Okay.
Yes.
So, guys, try to solve the questions and just tell me the answer, because if we discuss all the solutions, it takes really a lot of time. But if your answer is wrong, then you can share your solution with me. I can have a look and give you a feedback. Okay. So if you are ready, let's continue with the first question. Here in the first question, in the diagram, ABC, as you see in the picture, ABC is 90 degrees, AC equals 33 centimeters, PB 13, and CQ 6, and PQ 19, BQ X, APY. Calculate the value of X and of Y. Okay, so you have 4 minutes. Okay, do it, and if you get the answer, just let me know. If everybody gets the correct answer, we will continue. Otherwise, we will discuss it together. Musa, did you get any answer?
Hello again.
Yes, Musa. Did you get anything?
Hello. My hello.
Yes, Musa, I can hear you. Hello. Hello.
Mm, my my internet connection very
Hello.
bad, and I hear very bad. Uh, x x is equal 8 under root 3.
Okay, that's correct. How about y?
Why? I don't know. I have that AB is equal about 26, and is y is equal 13.
Okay. Defna, did you get any answer or?
Teacher, I also couldn't find like
Really?
y, but I also find x.
Why you couldn't
26
find y? I thought it's so
point
easy.
3
Teacher, it's because you can't
576.
like calculate and find like, wait, actually you can.
But you can use a calculator.
20.
Even
But
Yes, I
if
teacher, you
use a
still can't
calculator.
get like, you still can't get the,
I tried to use, but it didn't give me any answer.
teacher, you still can't get like under root 38 to be something multiplied by under root 3, you know?
yeah,
That's
but
why I couldn't do
actually,
it.
if you can use a calculator, can you find it?
Yes, I
Is
can.
the problem with the calculation or what?
I think it will be easier for the calculation, but that wouldn't change that, like, it will be 12 and there wouldn't be something left in the, like, it wouldn't be still able to, I wouldn't be still able to do it.
Good. Okay, let's just finish together then. This is equal to 8 times square root of 3. You get the right answer. In case, suppose that we have to show the exact answer, you can do it like this. But usually in this question, you are allowed to use a calculator. So that's approximately equal to 13.86. So in part 2, again, the big one, right, it's a right angle triangle. So we have this equation, y plus 13 squared is equal to, we know what is x. X is 8 square root of 3 plus 6 squared. And here we have 33 squared. And now the whole thing I can calculate with the calculator. What is y plus 13 squared? That is equal to 33 squared minus 8 times square root of 3 plus 6 squared. Now from here we need to find y, so I should take the square root of both sides and then take 13 to the left hand side, right? So from here, y is equal to square root of 33 squared minus 8 times square root of 3 plus 6 squared. And that is, here we have minus 13. Is this 13? Y plus 13, right? It is 13. So now if you just key in this and calculate this, we will get the answer. The first one, square root of 33 squared minus open bracket 8 times square root of 3 and plus 6 close the bracket squared again and minus 13. So that's equal to 13.36. 13.36. Maybe if I can simplify this, we'll get better answer. I don't know. But since actually this kind of question, usually you are allowed to use a calculator. But that's the idea. And also here, we need to work on the speed. Can we calculate this stuff fast or not? Anyway, let's continue, guys. If you have no objection, so y is equal to that thing is approximately 13.36, corrected 2 decimal places. How about another question? I mean, I can give you, but I really want you to try, but it takes a lot of time, I think. So let's do them together. We don't have much time. Daphne, can you read the question and let's think together, and after that we will do the question together.
Two boats A and B leave at port B at the same time. Boat A travels due east for 3 hours to reach Boy Q, and then travelers due south for another 2 hours to reach port X. Boat B travels due north for 2 hours to reach Boy R, and then travels due east 3 hours to reach port Y. If the average speed of boats A and B are 12 km per hour and then 18 km per hour, respectively, calculate the distance between Q and R and the ports X and Y.
Okay, you know what's a buoy, right?
Yes.
I can just show this,
Like
especially every boat.
C-shaped, sort of like
Very good.
beaches.
So how should we answer this question? As you see here, it's long, but of course, in the first reading, you may not understand this. Usually we should just read very fast. It means this is just scan it. And the second time, you have to read it slowly and try to understand and hold a pen or pencil and also just take some notes or draw the picture. Now in the question, the first sentence says that two boats A and B leave a port B at the same time. Okay, let's just start from somewhere. Let's say this one is port, what is it? Port P, right? So that is port B. And A and B. A travels due east for 3 hours. So we can just write here and this one, right? This one is west, this one is east, this one is north, this one is south, right? So it says that both A travels due east for 3 hours. So here, this is the point, and just traveling until here for 3 hours. And reach what more? Q. So here we have Q. And then travels due south for another 2 hours. So travels for another 2 hours due south, right? Here travels for 2 hours. And let's say 2 hours to reach a port X. So this one is port X. And boat B travels due north for 2 hours. So it travels for 2 hours in this direction, right? And 2 hours and to reach a buoy R. So buoy, here we have R, and then travels due east for 3 hours to reach a port Y. Maybe 3 hours, let's say somewhere, I don't know where is it. Let's say this somewhere here. 3 hours to reach port Y. Okay, that's it, I think. If the average speed of both A and B are 12 kilometers and 18 kilometers respectively per hour. Calculate the distance between buoys Q and R. So number one, we should find the distance between Q and R. So we are talking about this distance. Okay, let's say that distance is D. I should find this. Second one is the ports X and Y. The second one is we should find this distance. Okay, let's say that is, uh, let's say this one is D1 and this one is D2 question mark. Okay, Defna, Musa, Leila, is it clear?
Yes,
Because
teacher.
you need to draw this. Otherwise, I don't think if we can solve this without drawing. First we have to draw, and after that, now we can answer this question. Now I don't need this north-south compass. So, okay. So it says that both A, right, that is 12 kilometers, both B is 18 kilometers. Let's say the speeds are A and B. A is equal to 12 kilometers per hour, and both B speed, it is 18 kilometers per hour, right? To find the distance, first I need to know the distance between PR and also XQ, right? And after we can find this, I mean, this PQ and PR. What is PR? Number one, PR, the distance between P and R, right? So actually that both B, this one is both B, and this one is both A. And also this one is both A, and this one is both B, right? Both B travel for 2 hours at what speed? 18 kilometers. So PR is equal to speed times time. Time is 2 hours, and its speed is 18 kilometers per hour. So that's equal to 36 kilometers. And how about PQ? PQ is equal to 3 hours. So that's equal to 3 hours. And the speed of A, it is 12. So that's equal to 12. That's equal to 36 kilometers. So as you see here, it forms a right angle triangle. Now from here, RQ, that's D1. So D1 is equal to RQ. That's equal to square root of, right? So what is it? 36 squared plus 36 squared. Now here we have 2 times 36 squared. That's equal to 6, not 6, 36 times square root of 2. So that is approximately, what is this distance? That is 36 times square root of 2. That's equal to 50.91. So that is 50.90 or 9 kilometers. So the distance between port R and port Q is 50.9 kilometers. Okay, that is part A. Let's say that is part A. And how about part B? I don't know if we can solve this here. Let me just do it here. Part B, the ports X and Y. To find the distance between X and Y, first we need to find RY. What is RY? RY is equal to travel 3 hours times what is the speed of the B? Both B is 18. So that's equal to 54 kilometers. So the distance between R and Y is 54. Right? So now if I just draw this, okay, extend this line, and it's somewhere here, right? What is this distance? Actually, distance is equal to PQ, and we have already defined PQ, that's equal to 36 kilometers. At the time, this distance should be the remaining part, right? That is 54 minus 36, it should be 18 kilometers. And also this distance we have already calculated, PR. What is PR? It's also 36. That's also 36. And as you see here, that thing actually forms a right angled triangle, right? We're talking about this triangle. It forms a right angled triangle. So from here, then what is D2? So D2, or that's equal to XY, is equal to square root of 36. What is QX? So this QX is equal to, let me also calculate here, QX is equal to 2 hours and speed of A, that is 12. That's equal to 24. So 36 plus 24, that is X something here, the whole distance. So that's equal to 36 plus 24, that's equal to 60. So here we have 60 squared plus, and that one is 18, that is 18 squared. So which is equal to, okay, square root of 16 squared plus 18 squared, which is equal to 62.64. So that is 62.64 kilometers. So the distance between the port X and port Y is 62.64 kilometers. Okay, Daphne, Leila, Musa, any question?
No, teacher.
No, everything is clear.
Good. If everything is clear, these are just simple exercises. Okay. I will just do one question and finish the class. Okay. So in the last question, it says that Pythagorean theorem is usually stated in terms of the size of a right angled triangle. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. But also it can also be stated in terms of areas of squares. As you see here, that white part, right? Actually, we are talking about this side is A, this side is B, this side is C, right? Now, if I draw a square, the green one, whose side is A, we get this green square, and the pink one or red one, that's A1, whose side is C, all sides are C, and also this A3, right? Actually, from here, this shows that this A2 plus A3 is equal to A1. So from this relationship, what is A1? A1 equals C squared. A2 equals A squared. A3 is equal to B squared. So from here, A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. That means that this A1 is equal to A2 plus A3. So now what does it mean? Suppose that now here we have a kind of container. Let me just draw a container here. Okay. I mean, all the widths are the same. And also you can watch a YouTube video here with water. I mean, use a Pythagorean theorem using water. Actually, some students actually did it, not experiments, is a kind of project for science fair. Okay. And also once when I was teaching at high school, we tried to make this with my students. That means that if you just fill water, this A2, now we have a kind of 3D aquarium, right? Made from glass. And also this one, the same thing. Okay, we actually put some water and just fill actually this green one and blue one with water. And after that, if you just actually pour this water into this red one, actually it will be exactly the same. The amount of water in A2 and A3 is the same as the amount of water in A1. And also the same thing works for the semicircles. How about if I just form these semicircles here? Again, here we have a right angle triangle. Let's say this side is A, and this side is B, and this side is C, right? And what is A1 from here? We know that A1 is a semicircle, 1 over 2 times pi times r squared. But actually the diameter is C, right? The radius is then half the diameter, that is C over 2 squared, which is equal to C squared over 4. So here we have pi C squared over 8. And how about A2? In a similar way, A2 is 1 over 2 times pi times A is the diameter. So radius is A over 2 squared, which is equal to pi over 8 A squared. And also A3 will be equal to pi over 8 B squared. As I see here, pi over 8, pi over 8, pi over 8. If you divide all sides by pi over 8, then we will have again C squared will be equal to A squared plus B squared. So now it's not only about the size, also it is about the areas. I mean, that is the use of this Pythagorean theorem. Okay, Daphne, Leila, Musa, thank you very much for your patience and attention and your time. That's all about Pythagorean theorem. Now we have already covered chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And next time we will do some revision and we will solve some SASMO questions for this week. I mean, next class. And also next week, one day we will do revision. And the next Wednesday, most probably, you will have exam, quiz during the class time. So the class time, you just start and you'll have 1 hour to do the questions online. Okay, you should just do it and choose the answer. and that's it. I'm going to prepare the questions on Google form. Okay, so I'll just share the link, and you should do this in 1 hour, and that's it. Okay, guys, thank you very much. All right,
Okay.
have a good night. For us, it's about 11 o'clock right now, exactly. So I will see you on Wednesday, I think, right? Okay.
Right.
Okay,
It's 8
Musa,
o'clock
Daphne,
here.
Leila, bye bye. See you on Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
teacher.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye bye.